What's up, y'all? Welcome to PSH Podcast number 3, the gaming podcast where casual gamers come to talk about not so casual topics. I'm your host, Jolly Dangerous. You can call me Jolly D or just plain old Jolly. Got the co-host Spectre. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Jolly D? Dangerous?
Oh, okay. Got 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 the homie Ryzoe, another YouTuber. What's up, bro?
You already know it's your boy Ryzoe up in here.
And we have another host for today, Denonu. What's up, homie?
What's going on, Jolly? Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem, man. Why don't you let everybody know something about yourself?
I'm just another gamer doing the YouTube thing. Been doing it for a long time, and hopefully we'll continue to do it for the years to come.
Feel that. Ryzoe, you?
Same. Another YouTuber doing some games, mostly focused on League of Legends. But I'm always around. I'm always playing other games and messing around. I like gaming journalism, so I'm up in that.
Nice.
Okay. Spectre, you got anything?
I've been gaming since the Atari, and we'll continue to game on even when the virtual reality starts taking over our brains. I'll still be gaming. Just most have been taking over and creating a bunch of clans since online gaming was online gaming. Don't really do it on YouTube just yet, but it's coming.
All right. You can tell like which one of us is the aliens motherfucker in the group. Insert
Yeah.
aliens meme here. Anyway, if
Peer
y'all want to
pressure.
if y'all want to know more about me, y'all can just check out my main channel, Let's Play channel. Anyway, so this podcast doesn't have a theme or anything like that. We're just talking about general topics today. Our first topic is enhanced editions of video games. Video games which come out initially for one system and then a year later, 2 years later, come out with enhanced HD graphics and little to no added content for the new system or new gaming platforms, as they say. What are your guys' opinions on enhanced editions of video games?
Alien. Okay, so my ideas on the enhanced versions of games, like, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. Because honestly, when I was first playing The Last of Us on the PS3, I was just imagining and just like brainstorming of what it would look like on the PS4. And when the PS4 version did come out, and they really didn't add anything else to it, I was just like, yeah, I guess it needs more titles. Like, honestly, some enhanced versions really do justice to the consumers by adding in like another map, some more stuff that wouldn't have been in it earlier, like how they did with Splinter Cell going from the Xbox to the Xbox 360. And other enhanced versions, just like unfortunately The Last of Us and a few other titles, they just add in an alternate costume, or even how they did Resident Evil 4 or Metal Gear Solid with the fucking HD remix. They just added in like graphics, that's it. Nothing new to the story or whatever.
Mm.
So, in a sense, if you haven't played the game, it's good for those people who can get the enhanced version. If you have played the game, that's where the downfall is. But I guess it's kind of good because it lets players who haven't had a chance to experience the story experience it. So instead of them having to go back to a previous console, that's good so you can stay up to date with the lore. But for those who've already played it, they should know to stay away from it. But if they really do love and support them that much, they would get it. But in my opinion, it seems like a fraud.
Okay. Ryzoe?
I mean, honestly, I have to say the same thing as far as like mixed feelings for it. But I do have a lot of more so positive kind of feelings about it because I mean, there's a lot of games out there that like have an enhanced version, like comes out on one. Like, yeah, okay, you have Tomb Raider did it, The Last of Us did it. And of course, it just came out on next generation consoles with, I mean, Tomb Raider came out with like I think they came out with all their DLC on it, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, everything that you can unlock in the game was already unlocked at the start of the enhanced edition.
Yeah. See, I mean, in that ways, it's a lot of good things because there's not a lot of people who go out there and get games day one of release, and usually I think that's the smarter way to do it because now that's like a thing because a lot of publishers now are trying to rush out the games. Let's look at fucking Battlefield 4. That shit wrecked hard on release.
When it first came out, yeah.
When it came out first, it was so bad. EA almost lost all of their stocks on that. Right?
Yes.
They almost lost all their stocks on that. But now now down the line, like yeah, they came out. I mean, it's a better game now. It's a ton more better game than it used to be.
And
But
very few, sorry, I was going to say just to add on to you, like very few games actually do have successful launches sometimes, especially when it comes to the online. I think like the only real one that had like the best success I've seen ever was Titanfall.
I mean, that's more so the publisher's fault,
That's
though.
that's debatable on that one.
Yeah,
Because the release for Titanfall was there. I mean, like the hype was there, but the game wasn't.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
saying like as far as the servers went for the online gameplay and stuff like that, like there was no better launch server I've
Oh,
seen
okay.
ever.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, like I said, I have more of a positive thing to it because the enhanced version usually is a ton more better than the actual release version. And it kind of sucks that it's like that because the publishers are pushing developers to get certain games out on release date, and then the
Yes.
game comes out half done. So yeah, the enhanced version I have to go with is probably going to be better 9 times out of 10. So that's my only thing about it. The shitty part about it is that it shouldn't be a thing. Like it shouldn't be an enhanced version. Like back when we had PlayStation and Nintendo,
Right. The
the
four
game
discs.
was the game was done. They didn't have a choice.
Can
The option wasn't like, oh yeah, we could fix it after release. No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no.
It
you
was like we got to make sure this thing is done.
can you
before we
imagine
get
them
out there.
sending you like, okay, we have this little chip right here, right? All you gotta do is uninstall, like fucking take the cartridge out, open the cartridge up, solder this little piece right here in this spot, and then go into your system and switch the power on and off 3 times, and it should work.
Starting gun not included. For those disclaimer, starting gun not included.
Fucking Denonu, man, what's up with you? What do you think
Uh,
about it?
I don't know. I think it's pretty much the same thing as everybody else said. It's times are hard for everybody, companies included. I think enhanced editions are pretty much kind of a way to make easy money.
Hmm.
It's a way of putting out a product you already have, and if you make money off of it, you make money off of it, and if you don't, you don't. You're not breaking your pockets trying to make something new. And I think that for those gamers who never played the original and have a PlayStation 3 or something like that, for them to play it and experience on a console that they do have, then that's good for them if they choose to get it and the company makes a little bit more money.
Hmm.
Well,
But
gentlemen. Oh, sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna add in there that I wish they would do a little bit more with it. Kind of like if you buy like a DVD movie, it has like the behind the scenes, the extras, the concept art. You should see all of that development stuff. Let's say like as another start menu option, all the way at the bottom or something. So you can see like, kind of like a behind the scenes of them making the game.
Yeah,
Because if
like
they are going to put in the same thing, it's kind of like, okay, well, what extra are you getting? You know?
like I remember God of War doing that. Like when me and my friend, forget his name, but I'm not supposed to say it anyway, so that's good. We was back in college, went over to my apartment. He brought up I think it was like the deluxe edition or like the Game of the Year edition for God of War 2, and it had the game developers blog, their interviews, how they made the characters. Like there was pretty much like a short class on how to make a game. It was good. And in fact, I went out and I bought my own copy just so I can have like those interviews and those lessons to myself. Like if they like what you said, if they actually did stuff like that, like for you know artists interviews, how artists did this, and how to do this and then the other. Yeah, that'll actually be a good reason to get an enhanced edition. What do you guys think would be other good ideas, good ways to make people want to get enhanced editions?
Well, here's my thing on it. If you're doing an enhanced edition, I just don't want to pay the exact same price I didn't pay for the regular motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like if I initially put in $60, when this enhanced edition come out, I'm gonna see that shit as DLC. So don't fucking
Right.
charge me no 50, $60. Fucking make that shit $20, $25. You know what I mean? Every enhanced edition I had seen was maybe I think I got Tomb Raider for about was it 30 or $40 for the enhanced edition.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, I remember that.
So while I'm playing it, I'm like, what is the real difference? Like, so the difference was upscaled graphics, which I think it was upscaled. I'm pretty sure that they didn't do like The
It
Last of
was.
Us,
It's
where they went back and re-rendered everything. You know what I mean? This shit was just upscaled, so you can kind of tell it came from a PS3. The other thing is that I loved how all the costumes and shit was already unlocked.
Mm.
So that way, every time I get to another stage or to another camp, I can just change your costume that fit the environment. That shit was kind of fun. Um, having to unlock all the weapons was, still kind of like a pain in the ass. Like maybe you could have gave me another extra weapon or some shit.
Mm.
Maybe added a few different animations would have been kind of cool. I would take that over fucking a art book any day. You know what I mean? Like, cause a art book, that's nothing but your concept art that you just printed out in a little tablet. I don't need that shit. I can look at that shit on the internet. You know what I mean? So that little extra shit that they put in there, if it's not like a figurine or something that you really can't get anywhere else, then it's not worth it. Just add more content to the game that makes the person that originally played it want to get it.
Well, the interesting thing when you have brought up The Last of Us Enhanced Edition, an interesting thing about it, during their early stage of development, when they were doing the character models and the animations, they was already tailoring it towards the PlayStation 4. They already had a PlayStation 4 and next gen graphics like ready to go. They just dumbed it down for PS3, waited for the next one to come out, and then re-rendered and, like you said, released it.
So basically, what they did was gave me the original version for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
But in that case, I mean, that's a money making scheme because at that time, but I mean, I don't even say I don't even want to say that it's 100% a money making scheme because of the fact it's like, you know, this is a game that we're gonna hype around the PS4, but I mean, we already have the game ready now, so just release it now. I mean, a lot of the people didn't even buy The Last of Us on PS3 because it was for PS4. Most of the people are like, no, I'm just gonna wait for PS4 to get this game. So it actually did push a lot of sales for the PS4 because a lot of people didn't buy it on PS3. So in that case, it's a good idea, but it's still they still could have done a lot more to it.
I
From a,
mean, at the end of the day, it's all about that dollar. So I mean,
yeah.
if a company is they either come out on multiple consoles and make more money, or only come out on one and make less money. At the end of the day, you have to balance, your money making with the quality of your game.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's what they got to think. Think at the end of the day.
Speaking of all about that money, Amazon buys Twitch. So at first it was supposed to be Google buying Twitch.
Yeah, whatever happened with that?
Uh,
I can tell you what happened with that.
Go ahead.
Twitch declined that whole deal. They didn't want that whole deal because Google's already got YouTube, who has their own streaming thing. They just wanted to implement Twitch because Twitch's stream is actually better than YouTube stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Twitch was kind of like, I don't think this is gonna work because nobody likes it. Like when they announced that whole deal, YouTubers and Twitch people lost their shit all alike because that was gonna be a stupid deal. That was gonna be completely stupid because you're gonna have all kind of copyright issues now
Oh man.
and all this crap. So
It's not even that. Like some companies, like Autodesk, when they only had 3ds Max. Then they acquired Maya, and they only acquired Maya because they were trying to buy out their competition so they can control it and just pretty much dumb it down or just get rid of it. Luckily, Maya had a better system than 3ds Max, so they just kept them both. While other companies actually do just buy out previous versions and just let them die. I think that was probably their goal for doing it.
Here's the thing. I kind of want to disagree with you on that one.
Really?
Just from a YouTuber standpoint, when I saw that Google was going to take Twitch, they were just talking about it at first, just getting the contract settled and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
And this is what Twitch started doing. Twitch immediately started implementing a content ID matching system that Google implemented in YouTube when they acquired YouTube. So when you start going through Twitch, you know how when people stream their games on Twitch, they'll play music, and
Mhm.
and they'll play like just random songs on what is it, like Spotify or some shit for
Spotify
their
or
streamers.
Pandora, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what happened was streaming live, you can't stop that shit. What they implemented was that the videos that get saved to Twitch, where you
Yeah.
can go back and watch them later,
The
since
archive videos.
since they had music already on it, they didn't want that to be the issue with the
With copyright infringement.
yeah, copyright infringement. So what they did was they put that on there just to satisfy Google by the time they actually took it. Now everybody got pissed off about it because a lot of people had to either delete their videos or try to save them, and they were saying that these little sections that the music is playing, they're gonna cut the audio. Most of these streamers would stream the whole time with music playing. So you're telling me I'm gonna be watching a 6 hour stream with no audio at all? So that's where people lost their shit. So
Yeah,
Amazon comes in like, hey, we're gonna buy them, and you ain't gotta do none of that shit.
I mean, I think the biggest ordeal was the fact that like the deal was gonna lose. It was gonna go overboard with it because you remember when that stuff when that whole content ID thing first hit YouTube, people were getting lawsuits over like background music in the game.
Oh fuck, man, yes.
And it's
Gamers in
like,
general got hit
yeah,
hard.
the game was got hit hard because the background music in the game is getting flagged. Like this is in the game. Like people had to stop putting they had to turn off the League of Legends background music because they were getting like flagged for that. So I'm pretty sure if they would have bought out Twitch, consider how many people played games in Twitch, it'd have been Overboard and all these other games is gonna get flagged for something stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And speaking of which, is like, I mean, it's in the Twitch world, like you're not gonna watch somebody stream without some kind of background music.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Like you can't sit there and watch somebody play games the entire time without some kind of music in the background. That's a big part of Twitch. So that would have just fucked Twitch altogether.
And like they were just basically trying to fix something that no one had a problem with for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gave a fuck about that shit, but then Google shows up like, oh my gosh, we're so scared to get sued. Let me go ahead and fucking copyright everybody's music.
Yeah.
Well, I think at the end of the day, it also. I mean, it all has done pretty well up until now. But you have, I mean, Google is their own company, and Twitch is another company. It all depends on however they do business with the people who, with the music corporations and everything like that. Maybe Google has something in their clause where they're saying, okay, look, we can't have people, making money off our songs, so, they gotta strike people and cut corners and things like that to appease whatever contracts they might have. Whereas on Twitch, maybe they don't have to do that, so people can stream anything that they want. But at the end of the day, if they're selling it to somebody else, then their contract situation would have to take over, and they would have to make changes.
That does make sense. So Amazon bought it for $970 million. Is that worth it? Is it a too low of a price?
No.
For
No.
the biggest streaming, like gaming streaming site ever?
No, I think this is actually genius. I think Amazon and Twitch is going to make a better partner than Twitch and Google ever would have been. Because now, like, this is pretty much enabling a streamer to almost become an entrepreneur in a lot of ways. Because if they implement a lot of Amazon into Twitch, you can pretty much sell all of your merchandise like right on your Twitch page. You know what I'm saying?
That would be awesome.
Like you should be able to be like, oh hey, you want a T-shirt? You can order now, like right here. You don't have to go to another place to buy this. You don't have to click on one of these things to link you to another page. You can buy this shit right here, right now, and you don't have to click off of the screen.
Click in the sidebar on
That
chat.
would be badass.
Yeah, this shit would be dope.
The
So
age
this
of
is
the
pretty
merch
much-
wars begin.
Yeah, this is enabling like a whole new generation of entrepreneurs. Really, is what I think it is. It can go pretty far if Amazon does the right moves.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna end up having like a subscription service on their Amazon site strictly for Twitch streaming.
That and like they're probably gonna make it where let's say somebody had like this badass stream that happened, like this badass moment in one of these games, and it was just like this intense match that happened, right? Now it's almost a bad thing, but it's a good thing in a way that you can probably save this video and be like, hey, look, if you want to watch this, you could stream it for like this much. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just that epic. Like people want to go back and watch this. And it can be like a DVD. It can be like a library of different things, different streams that happen, different highlights or whatever that you can just remember and make like a nice little DVD or something like that and get it streamed or whatever.
That would be a pretty good idea. They could always just slap it under Amazon Prime like they do with their streaming videos there.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Market that right on in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess Amazon taking over Twitch. You never know if it's a good idea until later on down the line. You never know until shit happens.
I'm sticking with that. It's going to be a good idea.
Until the ink dries and the contracts are settled.
I think it's always going to be better than Google. Like
Yes.
I'm done
Always
with that
better
one.
than Google. Google has made some amazing stuff for us.
Well, yeah, but they've also made some amazingly big fuck ups.
Google is amazing. Google plus YouTube is a piece of shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think anybody here is going to disagree with that.
They did give us Android.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's-
strictly speaking, on a Google YouTube standpoint, no.
There's
Alright.
one Android too.
It
Let's
seems like for every good thing Google does, they do one thing that pulls them back down. Yeah, they gave us, they brought out YouTube. They gave us a badass search engine, but then they came out with Google Plus that nobody wanted.
I think
That pulled them back.
what they do is that every time something good happens, when there's like a problem or they get frustrated, they like beat on that YouTube stepchild that they adopted. That's what it feels like. like fuck them. Let's take off keyword searches for like about 2 days. Fuck those people. We don't need them.
Fuck 'em.
Let's slow down the uploading service, and that way it takes 3 days to upload one 10-minute video. We don't need them.
Fuck it, let's add in some more content to Google Plus.
You know what I mean? Let's have it where the only way you can upload is you have to have a Google Plus. The only way to watch the fucking video is have Google Plus.
Oh god.
The only way to log on to Google is to have a Google Plus. Like no,
that shit made me so fucking mad.
it's stupid. I don't want any more social network sites. I don't.
I'm done,
I
right?
swear I'm fucking done. If I have to
Everybody
tweet
had enough of fake.
another motherfucking thing to Tumblr, to Facebook, to Twitter, to Baidu, and all them other fucking weird ass sites, I don't want it.
Is that like a dating website or
It's
something?
just, I don't know what the fuck it is. I know it's social media, tagged and all that other weird shit. Fucking
Oh.
Black Planet. Does anybody remember that shit?
Black Planet.
Does anybody remember that shit? Like, fuck
Oh
that.
my god.
I'm done.
I haven't heard of Black
Forget that.
Planet in years.
Like for real though, like what?
Fucking
I forgot about that. It did exist.
World Star and all that shit. I don't want it. I don't want it.
World Star is a social network.
I don't know. I don't know what it is anymore.
It's-
If
it's
you
like
have if you write a profile on something, it's considered social network in my book.
Yep,
World Star is like the YouTube for ghetto people.
Pretty much.
it is. That's 100% true.
So the next topic is Microsoft buys Minecraft, 2.5 billion. Oh wait a minute, I'm sorry. They don't buy Minecraft. They buy the makers of Minecraft, which they pretty much own Minecraft. Mojang for 2.5 billion, compared to the 975 million.
Oh, they bought the company.
Yeah, they bought the company.
Oh, you said they bought the makers. I was like, what? Slavery?
Yeah, they bought the wow. It is considered slavery. Yes. If Microsoft buys something, it's considered slavery. So
Yeah.
they bought this company for $2.5 billion. Now, if you look at how Google bought how Amazon bought Twitch for 975 million, that's not even a billion. That's close to a billion. That's not even 1 billion.
It's a quarter of a billion off.
These motherfuckers bought $2.5 billion into Mojang. Now, my thing is, where in the fuck they gonna get that money back? Because if people already own Minecraft,
For free.
where you going? Well, it's not for free. You still have it's like $30.
But it's not a subscription, I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not a subscription. But like, my thing is like, where are you gonna make that money back?
Okay, let me.
Look at this bullshit. Now you know that everybody on YouTube, all those millions of Minecraft fucking channels right now, are making these videos for free, and they're being able to monetize them for free. Nobody's taking that money.
Mhm.
But now Minecraft owns it, and everyone is saying like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be great." Fucking Microsoft owns Minecraft now, so this is gonna be awesome. To me, I don't think so. I think they're gonna fucking start implementing.
So, wait. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you said they own the company Mojang.
Okay, wait a minute. If you own the company, you own everything that company made.
And anything in the future that the company will make because you have their creative rights.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have their intellectual property, their IPs.
Yeah, but Mojang is only making Minecraft right now. That's their biggest thing.
Well, if you work for a bigger company, then you'll be doing some more work.
Well, yeah, but this is strictly Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like, that's what people are focusing on right now.
I don't know, because like Microsoft already lost Bungie. They didn't really lose Bungie, but Bungie was like their go-to for their Halo because that was like their major marketing. I guess they are looking for a new marketing and they see high potential in Minecraft. Or at least the company that is.
I don't know because they kind of bought Minecraft on like its downslope too.
Right.
Like they waited too long to buy this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because like it's everybody who wants to own Minecraft already has Minecraft.
Yep.
The only thing that's going to bring you money is, I hate to say it, but have you seen the Minecon convention?
Oh fuck! Oh, wait, are you talking about the one in Galveston? No, that's
No,
not mine.
no. They have a Minecraft convention, Minecon. All right, and like, I mean, I guess you can make some of your money back there, but I'm gonna go as far as to say that's one of the reasons why Homeboy quit, because we all know the Mojang owner, Marcus Notch Pearson, I think it was. He left. He's done. As soon as they after the purchase, he straight up left. And I think it's because of Minecon is why he left. Because like, imagine you have made a game
Yep.
and you want this, and like, you're not necessarily big. You just it's a piece of crap game, right? And later on down the line, it gets bigger and bigger. And now, like, you go to a convention, you have these conventions, and everybody at your convention is like a prepubescent, annoying little brat. I'm not sure if y'all have seen the video "Embarrassing Moments of Minecon 2013," but it is a facepalm video, son. These kids ask these people just some of the dumbest fucking questions. Like, I remember one of the kids was like, I'm not sure if any of y'all suffer from autism, but if any of y'all do, how do y'all deal with it, and how does that inspire you to create games?" And all the creators are
Are
kind of
you
like,
serious?
all the guys are on the panel like, uh, next question, nigga. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure like it's between like, okay, first of all, he doesn't want to be that big of a person anyway. So that's half of the reason, and dealing with little brats half the time is part of the other reason he just fucking up and left.
Just a glorified
So
nursery.
yeah,
Minecraft is just a glorified nursery.
it's bad, dude. It was bad.
I mean,
So
you gotta look at it. Most Minecraft players are around the age of like 16 and under.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're kids, which I feel sorry for. Who was it that used to play it a lot? C Nanners. He used to be a big Minecraft enthusiast.
Oh yeah, he was.
And now he's got like a bunch of kids playing Minecraft. It's because of C Nanners that Notch quit his job.
He's in the back like fuck that YouTuber, making me all famous and shit, putting $2.5 billion in my pocket. Fuck him.
Fuck you.
I look at it like this. I mean, if you're making $2.5 billion and that's what you're selling for, you did your job.
Hey,
Yeah.
Exactly.
The only thing that I can see Microsoft buying them for is probably for either the next thing they make
Yep.
or something else that they could spin off of Minecraft. And let's say they make a next gen version of Minecraft where
Yep.
where it doesn't look all blockish. It looks like realistic people, realistic size buildings and stuff. Things like that where you can make it, whatever you want and have good graphics.
enhanced
And they could
edition
just,
Minecraft.
they could put on there from the creators of Minecraft comes whatever.
Minecraft too.
That would sell just on name alone, kind of like
Yep.
kind of like Destiny and Bungie.
Man. But see, here's the thing though. I don't think you can really fuck with Minecraft too much anymore because I think the reason why it was so big is because everything is pixelated.
It
Everything
was retro. It gives you that
is
good old
so
retro
old.
feel.
So I can't. And then they already made like an updated version of Minecraft. It's what is
With
it called?
texture packs and stuff.
No, not that. It's another game. It's just like Minecraft, but
There's a lot of other games like Minecraft out
okay.
now.
It's like fucking forest. Like you're surviving in a forest.
The Forest.
Is it the forest?
Yes, just called The Forest.
Okay, yeah. Like you're surviving like zombies. You actually go chop down trees and build houses with actual like. It looks just like.
It's similar, but not
Man,
exactly.
look here. If they made a live version of Minecraft, that's what fuck it
That's
would be. Like
yeah,
I've
yeah. The
seen it. They
graphics
have
is
the
good.
fucking crafting table and everything.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
We'll talk more about that.
No, we ain't gotta talk more about shit. Like we doing a podcast, we can talk about it here. What
All
I'm
right,
saying,
fine, fine.
I seen a group of people play this game. If it reminded me of any other game, it was Minecraft.
I got the early access for The Forest. Unfortunately, I got the early access for it, and that thing is so disappointing. You think it's like Minecraft, but it's such a limit. It's such a limit to what you can do, what you can put in, and what you can make.
Well, I didn't say it was an exact
Well,
copy.
no. What I think it is that Minecraft inspired somewhat of a new generation of
Yeah.
games. You know what I'm saying? Like the survival
Yeah.
kind of game, open world survival kind of game, where you pretty much survive from scratch and develop your own technology. So
Using
I
the
guess
sets
a
for
lot of
sequels
people
and
were
things.
trying to go that route, but didn't necessarily know what the fuck they were doing.
there are some games that does a really good job at it, and there are some games that just go so overboard. Like there's this one game. I'm trying to remember the title. I'll probably post the title later on a link. But in order for you to make a gun, you got to get the mold. In order for you to make mold, you got to get metal. In order for you to get metal, you got to get clay. In order for you to get clay, you have to have a fucking metal shovel. So how the fuck do I go forward and back in time? So,
Yeah, how do you get the cheat
besides
code?
all
That's
that,
what I
if you do happen to figure it out, in
Get
order
him.
for you to make the gun, you got to make the spring. In order for
It
you to make
sounds
the
like to
spring,
me like
gotta
you need
make
a
the
Game
trigger.
Shark for that.
Hell yeah.
Stupid.
It's a cheat code. Okay, up, down, left, right, shovel. Good. Wait a minute. Why didn't I just fucking get a gun? All right, now
We still understand Game Shark.
with the Minecraft thing, to me, I don't. Well, this is just my opinion. For them to make $1 billion back, what they would probably end up doing is what they did with Halo. For a little bit, they started claiming a lot of Halo videos. So that's how they were making their money back that way. And then when all this like bullshit happened, they fucking renacted that.
Well,
So with Minecraft, if you look at how many millions of people are uploading Minecraft videos and how many channels just have Minecraft, like with 1,000 fucking Minecraft videos on them, and then they start claiming that, even if they claim that shit for like a week, they would damn near make like $300 million back.
but it's as you said, they bought the company, so whatever the company puts out, it's theirs.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm talking about like just specifically with Minecraft right now. I can imagine them making skins. You have to pay for more skins. You have to pay for servers. You have to pay for the online mode in Minecraft for the Xbox. You have to. What else? They're gonna find a way that they're gonna implement microtransactions and shit too.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
most
saying like
definitely.
as the company standpoint of view, they already see the longevity of Minecraft as far as like its downslope as it's starting to go down, and they're probably looking forward in the future for it, not what they currently have. I mean, whenever you create a business or you acquire something into your business, you look for potential. You don't look for the current.
Yeah, well, a
True,
lot of
true.
motherfuckers didn't acquired some shit and
Well,
couldn't do
yeah.
nothing with it.
Now that you say that, yeah, it's kind of that because now you have a name to develop further off of. Because
Yeah.
Minecraft already has like a giant fan base, so I'm pretty sure Microsoft is going to try to bring something out and screw it up at the same time.
Yeah, if they can control the syndication of Minecraft, and let's say get money out of everybody who uploads a video or something like that, or let's
If that's
say
possible, yeah.
on Xbox Live, let's say you have to pay, you get Xbox Live Gold and you get Minecraft for free, but let's say on PlayStation, maybe they're gonna charge you a little bit something.
Oh, that would be a dick move right there,
It's
man.
Microsoft. I
I
mean,
know.
they're
It
known for
is
making dick
Microsoft.
moves.
Gentlemen, was anybody else like completely enraged when Microsoft bought Tomb Raider 2 for a little bit?
Hell
Hell no.
yeah. Wait a minute. What you mean hell no? Hold on now.
Dude, I
You
was
can't
fucking
you
livid.
can't tell me that, and I may sound like a Sony pony right now, but fuck.
Sony phony.
But like you can't tell me that, okay, we're gonna be the first motherfuckers to release this game, and then after like months or whatever, we'll put it out on other shit. No.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
No, like what? No, you can't deny Sony some good shit right now because they know that Tomb Raider outsold them on the PlayStation 4 than they did on the Xbox.
Wait, I mean, no, the biggest hit is the fact that like Tomb Raider has a name now, and PlayStation 4 outsold the Xbox One. Like, was it 3-1?
Hell
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So they're
It was
trying to
pretty
get some of
high.
that back by getting Tomb Raider 2 first on there, but it's not gonna work.
Hell no. Like a true fan of Sony would fucking wait. A true fan of Tomb Raider would fucking wait
There we go. Or they get an Xbox One and get it.
or get it on PC.
Or
But
get it
see,
on PC.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I ain't gonna lie. I would turn on my fucking webcam to show this right now, but I have bought the Xbox One on day one. Was it day one? Day one, yeah.
Yeah.
Got Titanfall.
Yeah, I remember
Just
that.
just so I can play Titanfall. Fucking played that game for 2 weeks. I said I'm done. The Xbox One is sitting over in my corner right now. Still has like 2 layers of dust on it for about 6 months. Has it been 6 months already? No,
Xbox on.
nah. This shit ain't even connected, man. It's wrapped up from when I pawned it like 3 weeks ago.
Sweet.
Like no,
What?
yeah. I pawned that thing and everything, and I got it back. Like, no. Like, I'm sorry. I can't. There's nothing that makes me not regret getting an Xbox. I should have waited for the Halo to reach to get an Xbox.
Yeah, that's true. I think another reason Microsoft got Tomb Raider was just because right now the Xbox One, they don't have a system seller right now.
No, they don't.
What they should have did was waited until the next Halo game came out and then pushed out the Xbox One. At least that would at least push some consoles.
That's what people was buying, and then I think it's because when was it 343 Industries, they pushed the Halo, like the new Halo, back, and they decided to come out with this fucking, what is this anniversary Halo shit where you get all the Halos at one time.
The Master Chief.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Man, that bullshit. Like,
Honestly,
Time
no.
out. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. I don't even like Xbox that much, and this Master Chief Edition is probably the best move they made.
Man, come on now.
It is possibly the best move that they made because you're releasing all the Halos
Okay.
all over again with upgraded graphics. Like people, because I mean, think about it. How long has it been since the first Halo came out?
years. That was like back in
It's been
04.
That was about 10 years ago.
So you're about to make your money off like this whole new generation of gamers who didn't play the first Halo. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting the first Halo, the second Halo, the third Halo, and all these other Halos up on an updated console, updated graphics and stuff like that for a cheap price. So I think it's a good move. I think it's a boss move.
See, here's the thing with me. I'm a fucking Halo fan too. But the problem was when they added all the maps, you have to be, in a certain game to play on that map. I don't like that. I want to be in Halo 4, like have a Halo 4 graphics, but play on a Halo 1 map. I want to be able to do that. I don't want to be able to switch between games and play on the maps on there. I want the maps to be spread across the board where I can be any game I want, have the kind of graphics that I want, and play in that map. They didn't do that.
Sounds like a dream.
That's not a dream. That's possible.
No, look, I'm saying like it sounds good. It sounds good.
Oh yeah. But like,
Yeah.
just the way they did it, like there were certain maps on Halo 2 that you wanted to play on Halo 3, but all they did was recreate a map that was similar to it, but not exactly that map.
Wait, are
Honestly,
we just talking about Blood Gulch?
I'm sorry.
It's not. It's,
Because everybody just wanted to play
no.
Blood Gulch all the time.
Well, that's because of Red versus Blue. That's the only reason.
I like that map before Red versus Blue. Thank you very
No,
much.
I like that. Damn, what is that map? It's a map with two towers on both sides. There's a tower on the right, there's a tower on the left, and then there's like one little teleporter like elevator in the front, and then there's the main base. You have the fucking energy sword that's at the bottom level, and you have a shotgun that's on one side. I forgot what map that was, but that was my favorite map. And then all they did was try to like recreate a similar one for Halo 3. I want to be able to go into like Halo 4 or some shit and play the Halo 3 map with those characters, but you can't do that.
In my opinion, if Microsoft really wanted to save itself, it would acquire one of the oldest companies into itself, like Nintendo or Sega or Atari. It will try to acquire one of them and just use them as a game producing entity.
Man, do you know how Xbox is selling in Japan right now? Fucking, they only sold, like, after that third week releasing in Japan, they only sold like 1,300 something.
Yeah, I know. It's not about what they release. It's them acquiring a company that's experienced.
I don't think Japan would fucking let them touch them. Like, like if they said, "Hey, Atari, can we?" No, fuck you. No. Like they would fucking turn them away. They would bow gracefully and then turn around and walk the fuck off.
I'm pretty sure they would just like look at the Sony building and be like, "Yeah, no, we have our bosses."
Exactly. Pretty much.
Our
Yeah.
bosses
Like,
are right up there.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to be here right now because they will come out here and whoop your ass. Like, you don't want to try to sneak and try to get those people. No.
Microsoft, what you doing with my property? I'm just talking to Nintendo. Nintendo's my bitch. You go ahead and walk off.
We just having a chat. That's all. No. I don't think so. Motherfuckers putting out katanas and shit. Nah, it's real over here, motherfucker.
You go, Micro. Time for you to go.
Anyway, let me see. Next topic is the Bible game. It's actually called the Bible game. So this is a game that was on Kickstarter, um, and there
Kickstarter?
I think it's on Kickstarter. Let me see. Yeah,
Yeah, it's on Kickstarter.
it's a Kickstarter funded game that was submitted to Sony for approval across the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation Vita.
Hmm.
So it's actually called um, the Bible game or the game Bible series, and I think the first one is going to be David Rise of a King.
Nice.
So they're actually going to make like a David and Goliath type game. Now,
Well, David did more than that, but yeah.
See, I mean,
I know he did more than that, but I'm just saying, like,
it's really,
the main thing people think about is David and Goliath.
Yeah, of course.
like this game was developed by some YouTubers, right?
Get out of here! What?
Yeah, it was developed by some YouTubers. They're called like the Tornado Twins or something like that. Yeah, the YouTubers Ruben and Ephraim Mellenberg, also known as Tornado Twins.
Are these the
Yeah,
same people that made the Unity engine?
I don't know. I know that they do game developing tutorials on YouTube.
Hmm.
So I mean, that's all I really know about them.
That's
But
dope.
yeah, but I mean, the thing about it is like they plan on releasing 10 different testaments or installments or chapters,
Yeah.
whatever.
Testaments. Okay.
Thou
And
shalt
so,
slay.
like, I mean,
Thou shalt not spawn camp.
and so, like, I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird because I really doubt that you're gonna be able to play as Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wait
Whoa.
a minute. Hold on.
so
No, like, if that happens, I'm sorry.
I
yeah.
wouldn't play it.
I don't think they're gonna let you play as Jesus. So I was looking up some people in the Bible that you're probably gonna be able to play. And I was thinking, I came up with this list. And it's Noah, Jonah, Moses, Abraham, Joseph, Paul, John the Baptist, and Daniel. Those are the people that I think you're probably gonna be able to play as.
They'll probably go more for the king lineage because the kings actually have more wars and conflict, so it'll probably make for more interesting gameplay.
So I mean, I don't think they wanted to stay away from gore-based games. So we're looking at like you're gonna be playing
Oh,
Bible.
yeah, then
Well,
Noah's
see, here's the
definitely
thing,
one of
though.
them.
Here's
Noah in Pokemon style.
well, no,
You
like
gotta catch
you
him
gotta
all.
get the fuck out of here. No fucking way. No way. Wait, Spectre, you gotta look up like the images. Like, it's really nice. It's really the concept art, and they even have like a clip of it. I'm gonna have to leave a link where I can find it. They have a clip of it. It's like it's 3D. It looks nice. I think their first game is gonna be David, and it says, okay, the Bible video game unfolds episodically. 10 installments are planned, including one focused around David and Goliath. So I don't think they're gonna make it gory, but you will have to face off against a giant.
If they do
And
David and Goliath, they have to do Samson.
It's gonna be a kid game. Yeah, damn it, I forgot to put Samson on. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a kid based game. But I mean,
that's what it seems like.
I'm honestly not even surprised by this news because I figured a Bible based game or a game based on religion would have come out a long time ago. And I mean a long time ago, I mean like kind of around Assassin's Creed. When the first Assassin's Creed hit, I
You know,
think
they have released Bible games for like the PS2 and the what's the one before this Nintendo Wii? GameCube. They've also released Bible games for the GameCube as well. Yeah, they were super, super childish. Honestly, I can't wait for them to actually do a mature Bible game.
I think this is what they're going for with this one.
Like, I would hope that they release a mature Bible game because the Bible is not a censored book.
it's
You read
really
it, they
not.
have some very vicious stories.
Oh,
Man, man.
do they?
The season pass DLC is gonna be Revelations, man. You know how bad that's gonna be.
Oh, I would actually get that one then.
Oh yeah, I would want to see.
Oh
what they
well,
do
you
with
might as
it.
well just go ahead and play Doom then. Not Doom. What is that? Diablo.
I
Same
do play
thing.
Diablo.
I'm just saying. Same thing. Same Revelation. Same thing.
I only got one question though. Like, what about that multiplayer?
What that multiplayer?
You got team deathmatch, domination. What you gonna have?
Oh,
Oh,
Goliath. I'm like,
disciples of the Revelation.
hold on.
Oh,
Hold
I
on.
mean, just think about it. Like, if they decide to make something, Jesus could be that OP character, just changing, just casting miracles, deflecting whatever you throw at him.
He's gonna be the announcer. He's gonna be the announcer like Mortal Kombat. It's gonna be like Noah versus Moses, and they're gonna fight like benders. like from Avatar.
I mean, that would be badass. Like Samson would be the big, strong, buff dude, you know,
Yeah,
who's like tough as hell.
you got
The
Moses
Earthbender.
controlling snakes and moving water.
Guys, we have turned this into Tekken. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we straight
Turn
wrong.
the Bible
But
game
but,
into
but
Tekken.
but check this out. They have hired other video game developers that from such franchises as Lego, Star Wars, and Assassin's Creed.
Wow,
So they are really serious about this.
they're going to be established then.
So to make the Bible game a video reality, the Tornado Twins are looking to raise 35,000 by November 1st. At press time, funding stands at 26,000. The 35,000 covers the first 3 episodes, while the twins note that they will need around 380,000 in total to deliver all 10 installments.
Oh yeah.
$380,000 for a game like a 3D game like this is an amazing thing to do, especially considering how all these bigger games are taking like $3.5 million to create,
More
and
than
some
that.
of them are shitty.
Yeah. Well, it's also at the same time they don't have a large team. I bet they have a small team. And if they like for them just 2 people or probably like 5 people to get 35,000, that should pay them. That should do them good for like a year. If they were to get like 60,000, yeah, they should be able to do all 10 installments because that's including their housing and everything else like that.
Well, no,
And then the
all
one,
this money goes straight for the game. Like nothing else covers an individual when you're doing a
well,
Kickstarter.
when it comes to game development, it's licensing. All they have to do is to get the licensing out the way, which is going to take about $10,000 to $20,000 all together. Then once they have their licenses, the rest of the money is for them to live off of.
Well, shit, I'm not gonna pretend to know what it takes to make a video game, because there's too many people in that damn in those damn credits to be saying like it's just licensing.
Well, those are companies that already have licenses. They just need the team so they can have like it done in a good amount of time span for the amount of content that they're doing.
That makes sense. Phoenix Interactive Studios have also launched a
Whoa.
crowdfunding campaign for another Bible themed game called The Call of Abraham, but it was not successful.
Interesting.
So I guess that was like a first person shooter.
Oh, no.
I see what you did there.
The Call of Abraham, really? Okay.
I don't know. I think the biggest hurdle you have when you make Bible games like that, because they've been making them for like the past 30 years,
Mhm.
is what you said before. A lot of the times they're kiddie based games. So if a regular game developer can make, let's say, it doesn't even have to be a mature game, but let's say a somewhat of mature game
Yeah,
that
more
breaks out of the mold of that negative, oh, that's a Bible game, that's going to be a kiddie, type, it's either going to be a kiddie game or it's going to be like an instructional game. If you can break
exactly.
that mold and have that game, have people look at the game for the gameplay and have the game be good based on its own merits, not on the whole Bible spin on it, then it'll be decent. I mean, it's gonna, open the door for more games of the type. So
Well, what it says, what they
Yeah.
want to do is that they want to make it true to the Bible, where they don't like deter too far from it. I'm pretty sure they won't be talking like the Bible. You know what I mean? Thou and all that other stuff, but they will be implementing a lot more Bible content into their video
I don't
game.
know. They could do it like the Passion of Christ where they actually talk in Aramaic and subtitle it.
Maybe.
that would be cool, but I think that they would hurt themselves more than help them because there's a lot of people out there who don't like to read subtitles.
That is true.
Because I mean, you're already kind of playing it pretty tough coming out of this industry with like a new. Because I mean, the game industry is still kind of young, but it hasn't given love to any of like a biblical based game
Yeah,
whatsoever. And so
true.
just I mean, it's just like the music industry. Not a lot of people are into Christian music because 9 times out of 10 it just sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
Like,
man. Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. The truth. Like, because I mean, I was in a band, right? And so when we were like, yeah, we're a normal band, but we play Christian music, we got a lot more love that we decided to call ourselves a Christian band. Then everybody's kind of like, oh, okay, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are just kind of like iffy to approach the whole Christian thing. And then, like I
Yeah.
said before, if you listen to most Christian rock, it ain't that great because they dumb down too much stuff. They try to play it too safe instead of talking about like real life, real world stuff. So if you just don't defer too far from the Bible, kind of keep it where you could appeal to all kind of audiences, but at the same time, not make it too offensive, you'd be all right.
Exactly. Like just have the message there.
Yeah.
To me, that's the major hurdle, because when you throw religion or politics into anything, it's shit never goes right. You know what I
Nope.
mean? And when you look at statistics, statistically, there are a lot less Christians now than there was 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And that's, to me, that's mostly because of gaming and like multimedia industry. So a lot of the I say young adults and kids around 13 to 25, we're not really raised in that household where everyone goes to church on Sundays all the time, because everyone is all wrapped around their multimedia and their social networking, their fucking video games. A lot of gamers aren't really hardcore Christians, I should say, or like very, what I want to say. I'm not saying that they don't believe in God. I'm just saying like they're just not those.
It's not a part of their life, like let's
Exactly.
say
It's not an
our parents
everyday.
were or their grandparents.
Exactly. It's not forced. It's not forced anymore. It's like you're pretty much doing your own thing, and what a lot of people choose is gaming and rather going on Facebook than going to church.
Yep.
And that's just the real point of view of it. So when you look at a gamer, you don't automatically associate a gamer with a Christian. So making a Christian game when all these other games have been violence, gore, shooting, and all this other stuff, it's gonna be really difficult to do that transition, especially into like if you're gonna make like a teenage type game.
Yeah. So true. So true.
I mean, if they can break the mold and actually do it and do it well, to where I can't see it ever becoming, extremely popular, but it
Yeah.
might become like a cult hit, that kind of audience plays.
That would be nice.
It's gonna be another Minecraft.
I'm not gonna lie. As close as weird as this may sound, but every time I play God of War, it reminded me of like a biblical type game.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were to take like a game like God of War, take out the sex, unless you're going to, I forgot what part of the Bible that was in. Was it
David.
Nazareth?
David was a whoremonger as well.
Whoa, okay, calm down now. like, I
That's
don't.
a part of the Bible. I'm telling
No,
you.
I'm talking
That was
about
a specific
that
question.
land that was destroyed.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like if you include that in a certain part of the game, like in God of War, and then have all these references to the Bible, like how God of War did Greek mythology, I'm pretty sure that game would take off.
Yeah,
Two
that would be a pretty good thing, because I mean, if you take any one of those biblical moments like that, it's kind of like you sitting down and watching an adventure movie.
Yeah.
But you have
Yeah.
like a beginning, middle, and an end, but it's just that religion. I mean, like you said before, whenever somebody they don't want to do it because it's like you're gonna get so much negativity and backlash towards it already based on whatever it is.
Yep.
Now imagine David like in the Den of Lions, and there's a puzzle game like in God of War that you have to, you know what I mean? Like you have to put the lions to sleep or something.
I mean, there's two games that kind of really that touch on religion a lot. And did anybody play Dante's Inferno?
Yep.
Yeah,
That one kind of touched on.
Seen gameplay of it, but I never played it.
That game is actually pretty good.
that
I
lust
mean-
level was amazing.
that game was pretty amazing. And another game that kind of touched on religion a lot, but you kind of had to dig deep for it, was Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It
I mean,
does.
it was more so sacrilegious, but it still touched on religion because it said that Adam and Eve came from the gods of Jupiter or whatever, stuff like that. But it still touched on it enough. But a lot of people didn't talk about the religion in it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just like, oh, that's crazy. And this
You know,
movie.
one thing I loved about it was I know you also had, what was in part 2, you had the truth.
Yeah.
Where you had to collect the things all throughout the game, and when you put it together, it shows you basically historical events and biblical events
Yeah.
Yep.
that happened, but they didn't happen the way that you think they happened.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
That actually, I remember because the truth was like, you're thinking Adam, because it's talking about Adam and Eve, and like you see like the clips of Adam and Eve or whatever,
For the
and
apple.
the apple of Eden. But it turns out that Adam and Eve are like the superhumans or whatever created by, like I said, Jupiter or Minerva or whatever, whoever the guys were in that game, and they escaped from the facility with the apple of Eden. And
See,
that's pretty much how that started.
here's the thing. Like when I found that out, it angered me a lot. Like it was like I don't care if you fuck up history. You know what I mean? I don't care if you change history around, but you're kind of messing with like religious beliefs. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know whether to support this game or not because I have my beliefs, but then when you go and misconstrue it to somebody who doesn't have that knowledge already of the Bible, it makes it look like it's fake.
But you got to remember that, like, Assassin's Creed is, I mean, that's one thing. We take games too much of as an influence when all games are is just a work of art. You know what I'm saying? It's like a story. It's like a book, except you play it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a work of fiction or nonfiction, however you want to make this game. And you just kind of put your own spin to it. Like that's something that they pretty much thought up. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much thought that whole idea up and was like, yes, that would be cool. And you got to remember that like all different kinds of religions and influences worked on that game. So I'm pretty sure Christians even were working on the game. Are like, actually, this is kind of cool for a book. This is kind of cool for a story. Is it going to mess with our religion? No, but this is kind of cool for this game.
Yeah, I look at it like
Yeah,
this.
that
I mean,
makes
when you
sense.
have when you have them, let's say designing a game and throwing biblical stuff in there, it's like any medium. Anytime you make a book, movie, what have you, like you said, you put your own little spin on it, but at the same time, it's the duty of the person who's playing it, watching it, or reading it
How to
to
interpret it.
judge it on their own merits. I mean, yeah, it's not going to make you believe if you truly believe that okay, God and Jesus and all that stuff was real. That's not going to change your mind about it.
Yeah.
But if it makes you just think and open your mind up to just a couple of other thoughts that you may not have thought about if you didn't play that game or read that book or watch that movie, then then that's all to get a good. That's all really good just to make you think a little bit more about the whole medium in general.
Well, I guess is my thing is that because so many younger kids play these games, who again, like I said, which kind of goes into like the last thing I said was about how a lot of young gamers aren't really religious like churchgoers, and they look because kids are into games like really hardcore right now. You know what I mean? Like they go and delve deep into these games,
Yep.
and when they find this kind of stuff out, it's like for someone who doesn't have a strong faith already, you kind of start questioning things like, well, if they can take this and change it around like that, then what am I supposed to believe? And I'm just saying this because just from like a kid's point of view, you know what I mean? Someone who's already curious and asks questions.
Yeah, but that's kind of like just an exploration of life itself. Because honestly, like if you're a Christian and you got just a closed mind to everything, it kind of makes you Westboro Baptist churchy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah,
It kind of makes you just like really
Kids
ignorant,
and
really
kids together.
stubborn, and you kind of think you just know everything. But like when you open your mind to new things, because for me, like I didn't always have like the Christian mindset. I was more so atheist, and then I was agnostic, and then I kind of developed and got a grasp of the whole Christian thing, which lets me open my mind. Like I'm better friends with all kind of religions now. I can coexist a lot easier because I've had the open mindset. But like most of my family, like the right side of my family, my dad's side of the family, who was like straight Christian, it's hard to get along with them because they always like I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they always want to bring in religion. It's like, can we talk about something else? Can we talk about life a little bit and just something good and
yeah.
not like, be just kind of stuck in this shell the whole time of Christianity?
I that happens an awful lot with most. I don't want to say most Christians, but a lot of Christians are like that.
Exactly.
A lot of most religions have those that set group that isn't open to opinions of others. Even though they believe something different, they're just not open to hearing anyone else's opinion. And I'm not coming from that aspect. It's just I guess I can always say that I'm always going to be a fan of Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. Um, I guess it's just because it's something that I've always believed in, and then to see it kind of conscrewed like that, it's like it sits weird with me, but I can accept it. You know what I mean?
Like it blew my mind. I was like, I never thought of something like this before. That is crazy. All right,
It,
when's Assassin's Creed 3 coming out? Like that's pretty much what it was for
it
me.
was a creative approach how they took it.
Yeah, it was a really creative approach, and I loved it.
And so moving on to our next topic, early game access or early access to video games, scam or not. This is pretty much dealing with stream, not yeah, Steam. Sorry, having to pay anywhere from $10 to $60 to early access games that aren't even complete. What do y'all think?
Okay,
I go for it.
who wants to go first?
I'll
Oh
let you
shit,
go first because
I'll go
because
first.
because you have early access to The Forest, which I thought was a complete fuck up. I'll
Yep.
let you go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, like me, since early access was first coming out, I've been doing early access as much as possible. Like at first, early access was just like, okay, it's a closed beta. Submit your email, get into the closed beta. WoW did that when WoW first came out. I didn't get it. My friend got it. I was jealous. It was cool to be into a closed beta. Now, how we do closed betas is what we call early access. You pay your way into it. Now, for Steam, any developers are starting to get into the early access where you pay your way into it. And they're cheating their way through it because some games, like The Forest, and there's a few other ones, to where they do early access and they'll sit on the early access for like 3 or 4 more years and not put any content, any updates, any patches into it. And there have been like probably like 2 or 3 thousand people who got into that off of $10. You pretty much get your 30K and you're done. You don't have to do anything but cheat these people because they didn't sign a contract and you're not obligated to them. Where it hurts other indie game developers who actually do want to do it because now the early access is scaring those people, those potential investors off because they think that you're gonna scam them like the other people have. Where other companies who actually did get lucky, who actually were true to the word, like Warframe. I know you guys play Warframe, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I did the early access for Warframe. Back then, it was $20 to get into the early access, and every single week. Well, at first it was every 3 days they put in a new content. Then it was every week they did a new content. Now it's every month they're doing new content. But the games finally came out of beta and they're still doing that. Like few early access are right by their consumers, their investors, while other ones like The Forest and a couple of other ones,
Okay,
it hurts.
here's my question right quick. So when you pay for early access, do you own the game now? Like
Yeah.
when they finish making the game, you still own it.
Yes, when you do the early access, you completely own the game. And in fact, when they do go into their open beta status, you have a perk to it. If they don't give you a perk as an early access member, then yeah, you were definitely cheated. And I have not seen an early access game that has not done that for their persons, except for the ones who hasn't actually completed it.
See, I mean, the stupid thing about that, the thing that pisses me off so much is paying for early access. I don't understand that.
Yeah, yeah. It
Like, I
used to
don't
be
get it.
like it used to be you just submit your email and they gave you early access. Like it was their pleasure having somebody play it. And now just like you said, it's like why do you have to fucking pay for it?
Yeah, like, I mean, you didn't have to pay for demos back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. What
you,
happened to good old demos?
when you got a fucking demo, you played the demo and that was it. Like, you had to go out and buy the real one. You know what I'm saying? So why not just make it where, like, okay, you can play like this, the one game that I was playing, Heroes and Generals, right? It was free early access, right? And yeah, there was a bunch of people playing it. We got on and played it, and I played it for about a week or so. It's a really good game, but they're still emailing me with updates. So like, hey, we changed up this, this, and this, and this. Come back and play with us. We changed up this, this, and this. We updated this. We made this different. Come back and play with us. And then like finally, I got an email recently. It was like, all right, we're getting close to our being done with the game, and the ending price is going to be this, and the beta is going to be closed this day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why can't people just do that? That is an amazing formula, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I feel about it. If you did the early access, they should give you a coupon to take off how much you paid to get into the early access if they do the paid to the early access version of it. Or like if it's an online game and you do the early access and then they finally go to if they are going to do a free to play, then you should actually have, a founders pack, perks and benefits like experience boost or whatever to it.
Yeah.
If it's going to be a monthly subscription, then yeah, you shouldn't have to pay for the game. Just as soon as it comes out, you get your first month free, and then you start paying for your other months after that.
See,
I mean, like another game that did early access that everybody knows about is Elder Scrolls Online, where it was a free early access. You didn't have to pay your way into it, and they gave out a limited number of, open beta invites. They did a stress test on the server. Then when it came out, you just had to buy the game.
You
That
can't you can't throw Bethesda under that though, because Bethesda, they already have a reputation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They can
yeah,
make you pay for early access, and you still know you're getting a good game.
yeah. But they didn't. They did right, and that's like, and it's still in a company business module. That's a good thing to do, especially if you already have a name established, like you said. Yeah, and also still piggybacking on that one, it's any developers, you have to do your job. If you don't do your job, then you see how it affects everybody else in the industry, not just yourself.
I think it just comes to a point where they kind of feel like they bit off more than they can chew.
I don't. I think it's a fucking scam. Like I'm gonna be honest. When I went on Steam and saw the prices for some of these early access, I'm like, fuck. There's a lot of good games right now that's only like $5, and you're charging me 60 fucking bucks for a game that, one, I can't see how it plays. Two, you have nothing to show for it other than like still images. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm getting into. So when I pay you my money and I get this shitty ass game that I can't play anymore,
Are you
it
sure
just
these want?
huh?
Are you sure these want pre-orders?
What?
Are you sure these want pre-orders? Normally, like the highest I've ever seen at early access was $30. I've never seen it go to $60.
No, there's some on, like, if you go to Steam right now, there, I have to look it up, but there's some games that have early access because they can change the price around whenever they want.
Yeah.
So a lot of these early access games, they make it sound so damn cool, but then when you pay that money, you realize that the developers are not coming out with updates. Some of them don't even fucking listen to you when you're making these bug reports.
Oh yeah.
You put all this shit in there and you put all this time, but then they're not doing anything. Some
The
developers will actually, to me, will actually make a fucking half-ass game and say, let's charge them early access and then take off with the money.
This honestly sounds like we're talking about DayZ.
It
I
feels like
remember
it,
that
doesn't it?
one
Yeah.
too.
Because DayZ went about that shit the completely wrong way.
Yeah.
They made you pay for that early access, and then I'm not even sure. I remember playing the game for about an hour and realizing that it was so broke that I couldn't fucking play it, and I have not touched that game again. So I'm not sure if it's still broke, but I know they went about that the completely wrong
I
way.
don't think so.
There
There's a
was
lot of
another game that
YouTubers
did an
making
early
those.
access, but they had such the wrong way of balancing. I can't remember it, but it's like everybody was on the same server. You pretty much started in a new location, and if you was a new player, everybody around you's been playing for weeks and just come in there and just kill you as much
Mhm.
and as often as they wanted, and you will spawn in the same spot butt naked, and they keep on killing you. Just take whatever you might have had on you.
Wait a minute, you
Yep.
don't spawn butt ass naked. You got underwear and shit. Don't make it sound
No,
like that.
no.
Did
You were.
not.
I'm not lying. You were butt ass naked.
What? Wait, what? That was a different game. That wasn't DayZ. That was
No,
something
that
else.
wasn't
No.
DayZ. It was another game though.
Okay, well,
Yeah, yeah.
we
And
talking
there was one
Daisy.
game where you would spawn butt ass naked.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, like you would spawn butt naked, and you would have to like go find clothes and build weaponry, whatever. It's kind of like Minecraft in a sense, except open world with a bunch of people, and you got people who've already manufactured fucking Uzis and shit to come down and
Yes.
spray your ass.
Are you guys talking about I mean, I think I know what you guys talking about. Is that game Rust?
Yes,
Rust.
Rust. That's what it is.
Dang.
Yeah, you
literally
do
was-
spawn naked in that game.
Dang.
You were butt naked, nothing on you, and you
Balls
run down
out.
the road and people
Are you
shoot at
serious?
you.
You see everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
And the only thing you had was your bare hands. You had to make a fucking sword
Going
with your
straight
bare hands and
Rambo
just
with
a
that
rock and a
shit.
dick.
Nigga said rocking a dick.
I'm like, seriously.
Motherfucker, I got two deadly weapons. Come get some.
Oh, man.
All you had was your hands and whatever you could pick up off the road.
Get the fuck
And they
outta
had
here.
guns and oozes and full body armor chasing you down.
Mm-hmm.
Denonu, what do you think about this, man?
I don't know. I think it's just a quick way to make a quick buck, to be honest. It's like anything in life. They aren't forcing anybody to pay them any money for it, but you have some people out there that will do it right, and then you got some people that's going to do it wrong. And at the end of the day, it's your money. You're choosing to buy it. It's really up to your own interpretation if you feel as if you want to buy that product in that game or you want to support it. And then if not, if you don't. I mean,
And
it's just Yeah, it's going to be shitty for the people who want to do that right, because then I think you're going to have more people that want to do it wrong. So it's
Exactly.
going to make everybody look bad. But I mean, it's like anything in life. You have to judge it by your own merits and your own
Right.
Mhm.
experiences.
And it sucks too
Your own
because there's
words.
like, as an indie game developer, you're coming from nothing. You have no investors. You have no grants. How do you make your money when you're coming up? Like, how can you actually get your license as a poor indie developer, but you really want to, make a game? Like, you really have the drive to do it.
Better
Like,
fucking do that Kickstarter.
yeah, but think about it. Kickstarter's the same thing as an early access. You don't know what you're getting from your Kickstarter project.
Wait. I mean, Kickstarter is still a bad way to go about it because that's how what was that one game we were talking about, The Forest? That's how
Yeah.
The Forest did it. They were Kickstarted first
Yeah, and then
and
they went
got
to Steam with the early
yeah to
access.
get the Steam with the early access because they got Kickstarted enough for it because their Kickstarter video was the bomb.
Yeah,
Like these motherfuckers just fucking throwing spears at dinosaurs, hanging
yeah,
niggas from trees and shit.
yeah.
Well, hold
And
on,
then
hold on, wait a minute. That sounds like a history game. Like no,
but
just
yeah, I
hanging
mean
niggas from trees.
that's how the
The
video
American
was.
history
Like
game.
the video looked really good, and then you play the game, you get the early access, and for the first couple of weeks you're okay, it's in development. I see what they're trying to do, but they're far from it. And then 6-7 months down the line, like it's still the same shit with no updates to it, but you're still getting funded.
The only
Come
the
on
only
now.
See,
update
here's
they added into the forest so far was you can finally get a bow and arrow.
here's the thing. The only reason I say that is because there are some games on Steam that have not put in the effort. That when
Yeah,
you fucking do that shit, it's nothing. Like you have nothing to do. You have
yeah.
nothing to work with. You have a game full of bugs and no support whatsoever. At least the forest you can actually do like a YouTube video on. You know what I mean? At least you can actually do some kind of a playthrough without too much shit happening. But most of those people, most of those games are not worth the price because they're pretty much giving you a bug ridden game that you know little to nothing about other than what fake reviews and shit have to say for it.
Huh?
Sure, sure.
I'm just glad you almost called you Rizzo. You heard
Yeah,
of the game Blade and Soul, right?
yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do early access. I'll be so pissed off.
See, that's where the people who kind of started kind of doing it right though.
They're not doing anything for us. Have you been to Blade and Soul's official website?
Uh-uh.
The last update, the last news, it wasn't an update, the last news they had for us Americans in the North American server was season greetings 2 years
Oh.
ago, Christmas.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Okay, never mind.
So, what is Blade and Soul like a Japanese game or some shit?
Yeah, it's a Japanese game, MMO, supposed to come over here to America. NCSoft took them on, and they was getting us all excited with their trailers and everything like that, like how Rizzo was talking about it with the Kickstarter, how the Forest did it with the Kickstarter and stuff like that. It was supposed to be an actual like Devil May Cry combo MMO style RPG, open world, massive multiplayer. So it's like the Devil May Cry of WoW.
Okay, so here's the thing though, like it's Japanese. Why in the fuck should they care about what happens over here?
Because they had a market over here. They said they was coming over here. They said they was going to make their game for us. NCSoft is an American publisher for Japanese MMOs. They was the ones who brought over Guild Wars 1 and 2 for us.
Well, it's pretty much like Denonu said. You get what you pay for, and you fucking travel at your own risk. That's
Yeah,
pretty much
that's the
it.
thing. You have a reputable publisher, NCSoft. They're already established. You know how many Guild War games there are out there?
Hey, I don't know because I don't play those kind of games.
There's as many Guild War games as there are, I'll say, Zelda games. That's probably over exaggerating. Half of Zelda games.
I was about to say.
Let's next topic. Anybody plays GTA? GTA 5, the new release, they've been doing these new releases of updated content. Like the last one was like Last Man Standing or some shit. What they did was they added a couple weapons and a car and some other creative content for like when you're creating maps.
Nice.
And well, to me, it's like, what the fuck? Like that's it? Like you
That's a
can't
lot.
really. No, it's not. No, compared to like the other shit that they did, like the last update before this one was the airplanes. What was it? Like fucking
They had the airplane, the flight school, whatever.
yeah, flight school. They
Yeah.
added in jets. They added in new missions with the planes. They added in new lessons. That shit is worth it. adding in like 2 guns, 1 car, and a couple new content for like creating maps and shit is not really
Wait,
worth it to me.
is this a patch or are you guys actually buying this?
No, this is, I guess we want to call it a patch. It's like
It's
updated content.
yeah, it's just updated content. The
Okay, that's
biggest
good.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that's disappointing in the whole thing is that they promised um
Heist.
yeah, they promised the heist and we still haven't gotten the heist. That's the biggest
That
disappointment
is.
about it. But in their defense, first of all, the Rockstar is a really good reliable company for it. I just think
Yeah.
they made the mistake of announcing the heist too early.
Too early. They announced
Just
that shit like 6 months ago.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they just announced it too early for their own good.
Yeah.
I think they were gonna come out with it, but then when they started realizing that, oh shit, we're gonna come out with it for the PS4 and Xbox One, we need to wait so we can start pushing sales. That way, like it'll be the biggest thing for them.
I don't know.
But
At
no,
the
I
same
just
time, in Rockstar's defense, if I may really quick, in Rockstar's defense, there's other games that lives off the heist for the multiplayer, such as Heist, Payday 2, and Kane and Lynch 2.
sure.
I mean, so I think they're trying to just get some more time so they can make it different by, margins. So they don't have, room for where they can say we ripped this type of game mode from these 3 other
No,
games.
no, it's not a rip. Have you played Grand Theft Auto 5 all the way through?
I got halfway through.
You got halfway through. Did you get to the heist missions?
No.
Okay, then if you never got to them,
If you didn't get to the heist mission, you didn't even get halfway through.
yeah, like all right. First
I feel
off,
that game's long, man. Gotta give me
no,
that.
no, fuck. Like, look, heist missions in the game. This what happens in the heist mission. Did not know you played, right? You played heist missions, right?
Yeah, I never beat GTA 5, but I played all the way up until the end. So yeah.
Okay, so in the heist missions, this is how detailed you got to get. These motherfuckers do a planning first. They choose what they're gonna go raid, whether it's a bank or a jewelry store, right? They
Okay.
they pick their target. Then they go into a room and they have a planning board. And on this planning board, it gives you the crewmen and the gunmen. So that you have like the choice between 3 or 4 crewmen. So it's like you have to buy, depending on how good the crewmen are, that determines how big your take is. If you get like a guy who's good at shooting, then you're gonna have to pay him a little bit more your take than someone who is bad at it. But if you get someone who's bad at it, you have to worry about, yeah, you're saving money, but he may fucking die early or fail or not even fucking pick up as much money as he can because he's new. The
No,
second person is the driver. Now, um, like same with the gunman. You choose your people, and then you have to choose a way of going about it. You can either, like say in the game, you go buy your masks, and you can go like get a bug truck and take their canisters of smoke and throw that shit into like the air duct and knock everybody out. Or you can go in there guns blazing and fucking take as much money as you can grab. Then you have to find a getaway car, which you have already put at your designated spots to leave and try to find a route to get away from the cops and a place to meet up afterwards so you can split your take. Like that's some intense shit. But they announced that 6 months ago when they were saying Heist is gonna come out. Heist is gonna come out. At one point they said Heist is coming out next month. At one point we have to push Heist back. Like they kept doing it over and over again. And then at the announcement of E3 when they said GTA 5 is coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with new content, meaning new animals for the wilderness, new denser traffic, updated graphics. So to me, at this point, people are like, "Who gives a fuck about that shit?" You know what I mean? If I get Heist for this system now, why would I want to go back and buy it? My thing is, they probably said, "No, we're gonna wait until it releases for the new systems. That way, people will have a reason to go out there and buy that shit."
It could be that, because it all depends on how they do it. Like if you take the multiplayer of the game, now I haven't played it since let's say 4 or 5 months into it, but if you take the multiplayer like it was and then try to put the heist on top of it,
Oh man, that's a fucking nightmare.
it's going to be a mess. So maybe
Yeah.
they do have a lot they have to work out as far as
And I was just
how they
thinking the
have
same
to
thing
fit it
too.
into the multiplayer world that they made.
Yeah,
That
because
is that is
Yep,
true.
I was just thinking the same thing
my
too.
big question is like, how free are they gonna make it? Like, is it a sense where like you're gonna make it where you get on the board and it kind of sets everything up for you, or do you get the plan to complete and total heist yourself? You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
that would be dope.
And how
if you
much
Because-
could.
time do you have for the planning phase?
Yeah,
'Cause
and how,
you have
yeah.
more than one person sitting there with you. They're not going to sit there for like 30 minutes while you just, okay,
Well,
I
see,
think this
I
is a
think
good spot.
I
Like,
think it's more so going to be on like a voting system when they do the plan. Like everyone has to select a certain option.
but then
what
now
it-
you over here, you have like a five-headed Hydra trying to plan out one thing that just,
Yeah.
Five-headed
you
Hydra.
hear how it sounds?
Like, what are you saying? Like five indecisive motherfuckers.
Oh, okay.
trying to decide on like a way to go about it, and that's why like I think it should be like if you want to be somebody who plans the heist, you should be able to plan the heist and then like go out and find somebody, be like, hey bro, you want to do a heist? Yes, you're my driver. You know
No,
what I'm
see,
saying?
they do
And then it
have
comes to the whole matchmaking for the heist.
they do have
Yeah.
a captain and they also have the crewman. So you do have the guy that's in charge of it, and you do have your crewman, and because someone had found some stuff in the source code for the next update, and it's supposed to be achievements, and these achievements are all heist based.
Well, think about it too. Like, if you're out there, you're looking for crewmen, and a lot of vets are available, how it's going to be easy for a new person to get into it? Person who hasn't done a heist yet.
Well,
He doesn't have a value established as opposed to a veteran player.
Well,
who
no,
has
the thing is
their-
that you have to be a certain level before you can even do a heist anyway. I think you have to
But
be
even
level
still, when you do
60.
get to that level, and then you finally, being your first time playing the heist, and there's already somebody who went through like 30 or 40 different heists, probably hacked his way through and has like a perfect record. 5 other people out there like him, constantly on. Who's going to go for the new guy when there's already like a whole plethora of vets available?
Well, see,
to
that's the
shoot?
thing. You got to play online. Like when people invite you to games, they don't really give a shit who you are as long as you can play. Like in a heist, it doesn't really have to be perfect because it's almost every man for himself once you get out that fucking door. If you can get away from the cops, you're good.
Okay.
So in actuality, like when I think about it, I think about when you're doing these missions, how I guess you're gonna be like in your own world. I guess like soon as like you start it, it's gonna be like a mission where you get teleported to like your own area.
Well, another instance.
Well, another server, so that way it can only be your crew in that server.
Yeah, the instance.
Yeah. We're just gonna have to see how it develops, but I really think they're gonna wait until the PS4 release. Cause it's only like right around the corner. It's like what, January or something like that of 2015?
Yeah. We'll see how.
I think it would be pretty better if they did it, let's say, because I know, back when I played the GTA multiplayer, it was kind of like you had a bunch of instances. You ran around an open world until you activated a spot, and then everybody, got put in the lobby.
Yep.
If they could somehow make it so that, let's say, my character and let's say Jolly's character, he was, let's say, the heist planner, and my guy was known for, let's say, the background guy shooting and killing people.
Mhm.
If you had, let's say, reputations or let's say ratings based on, how you played, let's say like if I did 20 heist missions and every time, we beat a mission, Jolly would rate me like 5 stars in this. Let's say that gave me a rating. So now other people, when they're planning heists, they can see what my rating is and then pick me according to what that rating is.
That would be kind of cool, but
To where everybody would have like a specialization rather than everybody just doing the same thing, running around with guns shooting people.
that's gonna.
Yeah, but I wonder how drastic it's gonna be to that point. And like you could be at like out of the club or something like that. You get an email, "Hey, bro, we need you for a heist." Right
Hey, I mean,
now,
if you're trying to make a simulated world, though, I mean, that's
Man.
that's how it is.
I'm really getting the lap dance right now. Do we have to do this right now at this moment?
do you need this 2,000?
If they do a rating like that, I would see it like looking like the corporate world where you have to get experience to get this job, but the problem is nobody wants to give you that job in the first place so you can get experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause
So
I mean, everybody's gonna want to be the gunman.
yeah,
Like-
pretty much. I'm always gonna want to be the driver. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be my thing.
The cool thing would be like hacking jobs and how they would go about doing that. Like, if you need a hacker to, like, in that first heist mission, we had to get a hacker to
Oh,
lay the security system.
it's dope.
How are you going to go about doing the hacking? You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? They didn't have a. I don't think they have an achievement for a hacker, so they may not even include that in the heist. That would suck if they don't, though, because a hacker would be nice. Like they had that bank. I seen a bank you can run into, and they have a vault and everything, but I don't think you can get into the vault. So I'm looking like it would be kind of cool if you had a hacker to go in there and actually hack the vault while you're trying to hold off like police officers or some shit.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I think that was it. That was all. So we have our versus scenario, Spectre.
Recommended movie first.
Oh yeah. Sorry, recommended movies. So what theme we going for?
Today's theme is going to be the Kung Fu. Your
Kung
favorite
Fu
martial arts
genre.
movies.
Favorite martial arts movies?
Yep.
Oh shit.
I recently saw The Raid 2.
The Raid
that
2.
that
Oh
movie
man,
is
that
actually
stuff
pretty
was
boss.
amazing.
That movie is pretty boss.
I showed Jolly, like, I think it was last month. I showed Jolly the first Raid. He hasn't seen the Raid 2 yet.
Oh, that's the. That. That's when the fucking SWAT team and shit.
Yes.
Man, they got fucked up.
Yeah, they made a sequel.
They got fucked up.
The Raid 2 is actually pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's long.
You know what? That's
It's
like a.
really long, but it for all the fighting, how bloody and how just combat oriented that movie was. It was really good.
Okay,
And how
so
it never,
that's
like,
like a
even the
group
story was
kung fu
decent
movie.
too.
Yeah.
That's a group kung fu movie. So if we want to go that way,
I said
then
martial arts movies. Just
okay,
in general.
okay, martial arts movies. All right, so that was yours.
That's mine.
Okay. Denonu, you got one, or you want to skip your turn for right now?
No, I got one. I'm gonna take it back. I don't know when it came out. It came out a mean minute ago, but I'm gonna say the Invincible Armor.
Invincible Armor.
That's an old one.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah, I haven't
It's
seen
an
that.
old kung fu movie. Probably came out in the 70s, maybe the late 60s.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay, for the sound effects and the powder effects.
It was basically about this guy who basically found the ultimate technique to where he can be all defense, where nothing could hurt him. And the two main characters had to train themselves to actually beat him, and they beat him by like crushing his one weak spot, which was his nuts.
Okay.
Like at the end was like they had
I used to
they
like
reached
people
up
telling
and
me,
then
like,
they
fly
grabbed
to the
it and they
side.
showed like a guy
my
squeezing 2 eggs in his palm and crushed them.
So is it supposed to be a comedy?
No, it's a straight martial arts movie, but that's how they beat him.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious, man. I'm gonna download that shit.
Who's next?
All right, wait a minute. Since you did the raid, explain the raid to everybody right quick.
The Raid 2. If you haven't seen the Raid 1, it's kind of hard to plug into the Raid 2. But the Raid 2, the main character, which I forget his name, he's with his family, but he winds up having to do this job where he has to go to jail to get underground to get close to like this real kingpin or something like that.
You're right.
And so while he's in jail, he goes to the kingpin's. He meets the kingpin's son. He like protects him and earns his trust. And he gets out. He works with the kingpin's son, who the kingpin's son winds up betraying the kingpin, and this giant gang war breaks out. But he winds up getting betrayed or something like that. I forget which way that went. But I know from that point, it's like straight an hour or so of him beating everybody's ass.
Seriously,
Just
that's like the longest fucking workout.
Just a. Honestly, I'm not even sure which fight scene is longer.
fucking workout.
I'm not sure which fight scene is longer. If it's the Raid 2's fight scene or Tony Jaa the Protector.
Oh shit, that long ass fight scene. That was like a.
You're
Fought
right.
his way all the way up that restaurant. That I'm not sure which two of those are the ones.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I saw that movie, and he was fighting his way up, and like he was flipping people over the banister, I'm like, nah, one of them motherfuckers got to be dead, right? Cause like you done climbed up like 6 floors and threw that motherfucker over. I didn't see no net down there or nothing.
Yeah,
And you
exactly.
know, like the director, somebody was looking at the director and was like, I think he's dead. He was like, fuck it, we got it. This is one shot take.
This is one more shot, baby.
We will
Keep it
bury
going,
that
keep it-
motherfucker later.
Everybody after we say cut.
Get a nigga a pillow and keep shooting. All right, so damn, I got three too. Anyway, Spectre, what about you?
I was gonna wait for you.
Fuck, I got three though, man. I can't choose. I can't choose.
Just say all three and only explain one.
Okay, fuck it. All right, Dragon Tiger Gate. The other one is The Legend of the Drunken Master, and that's the second one, like the remake, not the first one, and that has Jackie Chan in it. The first one has Tony John. I mean, not Tony John. Donnie Yen in it. Okay, now my first pick is called Crow Zero.
Oh, I remember
Crow
that.
Zero is so fucking dope. I fucking gave you the download to it and you still didn't see it.
No, yeah, I did. You lied.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Ryzoe.
Me, I didn't see
Oh,
it.
Like,
I
damn,
never-
calm down, buddy.
I want to see it.
Calm down, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get a little too sensitive right now. Crow Zero is about two schools. Well, it's multiple schools, but it's like two schools, and this is similar to like those animes where they have those fighting schools and they just go off and just go ham on each other in the fucking playground and shit. So it's these two schools and this one guy, I forgot his name, but he's pretty famous. I think he's the one that's playing fucking what's his name? The guy from Samurai X.
Rurouni Kenshin?
Yeah, I think he's playing Ronnie Kitchen in that movie, but I'm not sure. But anyway, he comes to the school and he's like this fucking badass. He goes through the school and he wants to avenge his father or some shit from these gangs who like control the other school. So what he does is he has to fight his way up to the main guy that is like the main leader of this school, like the head fighter motherfucker. So he beats everybody's ass. He has one scene where he's fighting a whole class full of motherfuckers, jumping through windows, drop kicking folks, throwing chairs at people. It's crazy. They have this big what looks like 40-minute fucking fight scene in the middle of the movie where they're on in a field, like a football field or some shit, and everyone is just beating each other's ass.
That was a crazy scene. That was the
It
second
was
one, wasn't
fucking no, it was the first one. It was
Oh, yeah.
crazy. It was the first one, so because he had to beat him so he can control everybody and take them to the school and whoop
Oh,
everybody's
yeah.
ass there.
I forgot the guy's name he was fighting. He was the best fighter in the school at the time.
Yeah,
Really, he wasn't the best fighter because that other big dude, he was like,
well,
So this is called Crow Zero, you said?
Crow Zero. Yeah,
All right.
it's the fucking beastly movie, and it's a live action anime. That's what I
Oh.
consider it.
something that you didn't know. The main actor from Crow Zero also voiced the Captain Harlock in the Space Captain Harlock anime movie.
Oh no shit! I just seen Captain Harlock like the other day,
Yeah, he voiced him.
but he was the Japanese version, right? Not the
Yes.
English. Okay, yeah.
I didn't see the English dub. But I
I've
didn't see
seen
the
it in
English dub
English,
version.
motherfucker.
All I watch is subtitles. I
Oh,
don't like English
well,
dub.
good for you, nigga. I like to watch a movie and be involved in a movie instead of reading the bottom of the
I
script.
like art in its original form. So if I can get the subtitle version, perfect.
Hey, I can't sit there and watch Dragon Ball Z in Japanese.
You know what this kind of looks like? This looks like the movie. Did you ever see that one movie where they made rappers just overdub Japanese voices?
Fucking high school something.
Yeah, it had like Snoop
Oh,
Dogg.
that shitty movie.
That shit, it kind of looks like that.
It was a shitty movie, but
But it was
yeah.
so fucking hilarious to watch that movie, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's similar to that. I mean, they say some stupid shit, like especially the guy he fights, like the guy that owns the school. They say some stupid ass shit, but it's hella funny. And I just looked it up. They actually have an anime. Did
Yeah,
not
it
know.
It seems like I know I'm looking at the trailer right now and I'm reading about it. It seems like it's like, they got a billion animes where they have like high school people fighting each other for something. Normally
yeah.
they fight the principal at the end because he's like the toughest dude there.
That motherfucker pulls out a board and shit for everybody's ass. Like, come get some.
Oh, I'm trying to remember that name of the one movie where it's like all high school students to get abducted, taken to a deserted island, have to kill each other until the last one standing.
Oh my
Damn.
god, that's I forgot what it
Oh,
was. It's like
yeah.
high
I
school
know the name of that
deathmatch or
too.
something like that.
No, not high school. It's another one. Once I remember the title, I'll tell you guys because that's a good movie.
Yeah, I know what movie you're talking about though.
Yeah,
Actually, I know one of the actors,
like in person.
not in person, but like she was in another movie that I like. so she wanted to be
Right
in it.
quick, let's go into our final verses.
I'm sorry, my movie.
So like,
My
sorry,
movie pick is
my bad.
14 Blades.
14 Blades.
My movie pick is 14 Blades, Donnie Yen. We actually get to see Donnie Yen's sword styles.
Oh shit, that is a Donnie Yen movie that I have not seen yet.
Wait, what is it called? 14 Blades?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
It's
looks
pretty
fucking
cool.
awesome. Donnie Yen got the fucking goatee and everything. They look like they have a
Oh, it was just called Battle Royal.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Battle Royale. That's what it's called.
What is
That's
that? That's 14 Blades?
No, the
No.
movie.
Oh,
Battle
okay.
Royale was the one with the high school students that had to kill each other off and blah, blah, blah until one person survived. And the sad thing about it is if you survive, you're supposed to be immune to the next pick, but they keep on picking the same fucking survivors, so there is no survivors. It's funny.
Y'all gotta see this. Like, here, I'm gonna put this in chat. This motherfucker has some kind of Captain Jack Sparrow look.
Holy shit! Wait. Is this Donnie Yen?
Yeah.
No, that's not Donnie Yen.
Wait,
That's not him.
Oh, okay.
where?
He's just a character.
Oh, yeah, he's another character. No, that's not Donnie Yen.
That motherfucker straight got Captain Jack Sparrow look right now, and he has the fucking sword and everything. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the only thing he's missing is the beads.
You know, you know what I mean?
For some odd reason, when it comes to that culture, I want to say the Asian, Japanese culture.
Racist.
I'm not trying to be racist. That's
I
what
know,
I said.
I was just kidding.
But like for them, like badasses have dreadlocks. You even saw the junk in the raid. One of the people had dreadlocks in the movie. He was a fucking badass. Okay, whatever.
Like all people with dreadlocks are badasses.
There was I forgot what this one movie was, but it was kind of like comedic martial arts movie, and it was this one guy who had like blonde dreadlocks, and he
Kung
was like
Fu Hustle.
No, it wasn't Kung Fu Hustle. It was another one because it was kind of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in the sense, but there was these two badass motherfuckers. One was Snow, and I forget what the other guy's name was.
Dragon Tiger Gate.
No, it wasn't Dragon Tiger Gate because Dragon Tiger Gate had Donnie Yen, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't that one, but it was one of these dudes was named Snow, and another one was something else. And they were these two. It was these two badass swordsmen, and one was like
they had like special powers or whatever. One could like make like a big black vortex of blades or whatever, and then one had like a ghost sword technique. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they were just like two bad, and they wouldn't fight each other because one was really unorthodox and one was really orthodox. So you would never see them actually fight each other. But everybody was trying to set up this fight, and like everybody was instigating.
Yep.
And this one dude with the dreads, I remember it because he was in a marketplace. And like he was just fucking around, picking up people, and this one dude tried to stab him. And he like broke a sword in like 60 pieces with his two fingers, and he just like wiped the dread back, like bitch. But I don't remember what movie it was, but yeah.
Okay,
You said it had comedy in it?
Yeah, it was a comedy.
It was kind of comedic.
It was mostly comedic until like the last battle. That's when it got serious.
Was it called The Duel?
Yes, it was called The Duel.
See, now I gotta look that shit up. Dang, man, there's too many fucking movies now. All right, so. Oh wow, yeah, The Duel. All right, so are we gonna move on to our verses now?
Yes, the verses now. The verses.
So go. Somebody set up the verses scenario right now for all the listeners right now.
Versus scenario is when we take two complete badasses from popular genres and pop culture, and we just put them head to head. Mostly we do video games because, Anyway.
Because fuck you.
Because we're gamers. Press Start Hub is a gaming channel.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do games. We're all YouTube gamers. It's going to be games, damn it.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Set that shit up.
So today's versus we agreed was going to be Dante versus.
No, it wasn't.
No, Dante.
It was Kratos.
Kratos.
Yeah.
Oh, so we are doing a Kratos versus Bayonetta?
Yes.
Okay, so today's versus is Kratos versus Bayonetta.
Kratos versus Bayonetta. Bayonetta. Who would win?
Now, are we gonna make this a fight scene or a fuck fest? Because it's one of the two.
I knew that was coming, man.
Okay, it's gonna be Bayonetta when she's in her witch mode.
No. You can't just set a specific scenario. This is just straight Bayonetta.
If I don't, Kratos is overpowered. Kratos in God of War 3, she would not stand a chance against.
What? You don't know that. That's
Actually,
the scenario.
Yeah. No. I have to agree. If it's Kratos from God of War 3, that nigga is OP as shit against Bayonetta.
Wait, are you talking about when he's like a god, or when he?
Yeah, when he ascended and even the sword of Olympus didn't kill his ass, that's
Yeah.
overpowered.
Yeah, he can't die if I remember right. He just dies, goes to hell, and then just comes back because he's fucking Kratos.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, well, you gotta look at it like this. Anybody that can die and just come back is like, fuck it, you know who's gonna
Think
win.
about it. The sword of Olympus killed a god and took his soul into the blade. It killed Kratos, and Kratos didn't die from it. That's overpowered. The thing that can kill the strongest entity in your universe cannot kill you. She can't kill you.
Yeah.
I look at it like this:
Fine.
Bayonetta. I mean, she can make all the badass hair demons she want. I'm just saying.
Fucking hair demon.
She can make like 100 of them, but that's Kratos. He just will go through and kill every last one of them.
Which
Just
until
means
we
snap
get
your
to
ball.
her.
I'm
Which
sorry.
means
He would,
it's
like,
just going to end in a fuck fest.
to me,
It's
to
just
me,
gonna, because she's going to seduce him, and he's going to go with it.
okay, you gotta
He's
look at it
gonna
like
hit
this.
triangle, circle, X, triangle, circle, X, repeatedly.
Rotate the right
The
stick,
vase is gonna
rotate
fall
reverse.
off of the dresser, and then like some red orbs is gonna fly into him. Yeah.
Her glasses are gonna fall off or something.
All right, like this. I'll see it like this. If they do end up fighting, at the end of like 10 minutes, she's gonna be bald. Like he's gonna cut her hair off, man.
But yeah, I gotta agree with that. Yeah, she's gonna be bald.
Yeah. Then they gonna be fucking.
Okay,
Hashtag Gamergate. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there.
Kratos, after he kills Ares, we'll do God of War 2 Kratos.
Okay, after he kills Ares, he becomes a god, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the same thing in
No, God of War 3, he ascended beyond the level of a god. If a sword that can kill gods doesn't kill you, you're beyond that level.
Okay,
God.
no,
He
let's
never
just
ascended. He was a god.
okay. Let's break it down. Let's just go with God of 1 Kratos and Bayonetta, because
Yes.
God of 1
Wait a minute.
Kratos was still somewhat human, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go with that one. God of War 1, Kratos.
Okay, wait a minute. God of War 1, that's where he killed Ares.
Before he kills Ares.
Before he kills, I'm talking about like when he first.
Oh, when he
He's a
got the
badass.
blades and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
When he
Well,
first
if
got
it was
bound
God
to
of
the
War
blade.
1, I'd have to give it to I'd have to give it to Bayonetta. I mean, she fought, didn't she fight God at the end of her game?
No.
She didn't?
Mm-mm.
Wait, no, wait a minute. I think she did. Cause
I remember a motorcycle in space. That's what I remember.
yeah, that game, she was fighting angels and all kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even still, Kratos was fighting the same shit. Right?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. No, you're right about that.
Yeah, Jubilee's the creator. Yeah, she was fighting something that resembled God, I guess, in that game. So
It was the creator of their witches. Pretty much the god of their witches or whatever.
well, there you go. Still almost the same thing, like in their world. But I mean, all right. So here's the thing: she killed a god, he killed a god. They gonna go at it. Who gonna
At
win?
the end of their game. Yeah, whatever.
So it's pretty much who gonna win. And this isn't God of War 1 wasn't where he came back from the dead. So
Overall, I think Kratos is gonna take it.
yeah. I mean, he's gonna pretty.
Like I said, if Bayonetta goes into witch mode, she has a chance.
I mean, they both fought really, really large scale monsters.
Yep.
So they're kind of on the same playing field, but Kratos just fought bigger monsters.
I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause Bayonetta has better range game than Kratos.
This is true.
She can do the keep away if she wanted to.
I think she would be I don't know. I really do think that, and excuse me when I say this to all the viewers, I think they will end up fucking.
No, it's
I
yeah,
mean,
no.
she's kinky, got the hair and everything. That motherfucker got chains and shit. It's bound to happen.
Somebody's gonna be fucking a corpse. That's what
It's bound to happen.
Hey,
It's
somebody,
bound to happen. I see what you did there.
Somebody paying attention. Yeah. I mean, yeah, somebody's gonna be fucking something, whether it's dead or alive.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Ha 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 ha. Somebody else is paying attention. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments below. Join us in the conversation. And if you have any topics for next week's podcast, let us know. We're always happy to hear from you guys. I'm your homie Jolly Dangerous.
This is your co-host, the Spectre.
Ryzoe, you already know.
And Denonu, thanks for having me.
Peace out, y'all.